we had an entire thing going on between crypto and the sports industry. Sadly, this money-making love affair didn't last very long. The FTX currency was a major investment pool for the sports sector to pour their precious money into, only it gave sports fans a major heartbreak with its recent collapse that sent millions hurling out the window. Let's get into this tragic love affair and its apparent aftermath. Starting with the FTX collapse means some major changes are soon coming to the sports industry. The recent demise of the FTX exchange, which included several key rights holders among its more than 1 million individual creditors, will forever alter the cryptocurrency sector's relationship with the sports business. Following similar financial troubles during this so-called crypto winter, the bankruptcy of FTX might signal the end of a brief but lucrative partnership between the world of sports and cryptocurrency enterprises. The rush by rights holders to negotiate partnerships with cryptocurrency businesses filled the sponsorship void left by stricter restrictions on the betting sector. With many organizations still in the early stages of development, there looked to be reciprocal benefits for both sides, as brands attracted more attention than they could have gotten. Next, this doesn't mean crypto is going to be alienated from sports. Now, on the condition of anonymity, a top executive at a big sports marketing business has told Sports Pro that cryptocurrency companies are not going away, but there will be a lack of faith in the sports sector to sign agreements with them. Even organizations that have demonstrated acceptable business practices up to this point will face more scrutiny. According to the executive, firms regarded for strong governance are likely to be selected even if rival brands are writing bigger checks. Indeed, from a marketing standpoint, he stated that the impact of FTX's failure will certainly push back the cryptocurrency business from any high-level sponsorship agreements for several years, and that any large money contracts with sports organizations are unlikely to be struck in the near future. He went on to say that, given the absence of regulation around cryptocurrency exchanges, there may even be a movement from large properties to prohibit transactions with them from taking place. Moving on, what does this mean for sports and crypto in the long run? There is a notion among blockchain businesses, who are believed to be in a distinct category, that while the FTX collapse may leave a momentary stain on their transactions, it will have no long-term influence on their connections inside sports. While there's no apparent beneficiary of the vacated sponsorship space left by Bitcoin exchanges, rising sectors such as clean tech and sustainability firms may step in, but not at the same expenditure level as FTX. According to Larry Mann, a partner at the Revolution firm, several additional areas might benefit. While crypto may be cooling off as an emerging category, there are always other growing sectors to follow. Sports betting, CBD, and fintech are a few examples to keep an eye on. He said, if teams weren't wary of crypto before, they would be now. Teams and leagues are constantly searching for new possibilities to increase sponsorship money, but what's occurring with FTX is a wake-up call. Further, what happened to FTX? The future seems bleaker for FTX, which recently declared bankruptcy after investors withdrew $6 billion from the platform in only 72 hours and saw a rescue arrangement with competitor Binance fall through. FTX's founder and CEO, Sam Bankman-Fried, resigned shortly following the business's demise. However, he has subsequently claimed that the company is still operational. In a court filing, the firm's new CEO, John Ray III, declared that there was an unprecedented and utter collapse of corporate controls. The news that FTX had filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection has had far-reaching consequences for several individual rights holders. The Mercedes Formula One team severed its connection, while the Miami Heat of the National Basketball Association, NBA, canceled their 19-year stadium naming rights arrangement with the company. Other FTX partners that have withdrawn from the platform include esports organization Team Solid Mid, TSM, and Major League Baseball, MLB, which has announced the termination of its 5-year sponsorship arrangement. Next up, FTX's boss is in trouble too. A class action lawsuit has now been launched against Bankman-Fried, with various players listed as co-defendants, including NFL legend Tom Brady, NBA All-Star Stephen Curry, and tennis champion Naomi Osaka. The action, filed by a group of litigating investors, alleges that the defendants, who include the NBA's Golden State Warriors, made various misrepresentations concerning FTX. According to the petition, the firm is a Ponzi scheme in which FTX-owned entities transferred investor cash around to appear as a viable organization. Although there is much uncertainty around transactions involving FTX subsidiaries, such as the crypto lending business Voyager Digital, Voyager is the subject of a second class action lawsuit after signing sponsorship deals with the National Women's Soccer League, NWSL, and the NBA's Dallas Mavericks. Binance's U.S. business is relaunching its offer to purchase insolvent loan company Voyager Digital, according to CoinDesk, citing a source familiar with with the subject. The news comes only days after FTX, slated to buy Voyager's assets after signing a deal in September, declared bankruptcy due to a liquidity crisis. Voyager terminated its agreement with FTX this week and stated it was in active conversations with several other bidders. The lender declared bankruptcy in July, months after the meltdown of key cryptocurrencies Terra USD and Luna, which shook the digital asset market and contributed to the demise of hedge fund Three Arrows Capital, to which Voyager was exposed. FTX later purchased the assets of Voyager in a $1.42 billion offer at an auction in September. Now, what will FTX's crash mean for crypto in sports betting? Make no mistake, the FTX fall is horrible for everyone who has a toe in the crypto water. In brief, FTX borrowed billions of dollars from its trading subsidiary, something it promised not to do, and couldn't pay the losses when clients sought to withdraw their funds in droves. For a moment, it appeared that FTX would be bailed out by selling itself to its main competitor, Binance, which sounds more like a hookup app than a serious financial venture. Binance's chief strategy officer told the AP that after reviewing FTX's books, this is the result of a rogue actor breaking every basic rule of fiscal responsibility. Sam Bankman-Fried, called SBF, the puffy-haired son of Stanford academicians who hired Daniel Friedberg as his top regulatory officer, was FTX's rogue-in-chief. Friedberg will be remembered in the online poker scene for his involvement in seeking to reduce reparations following UltimateBet's insider cheating controversy in the mid-2000s. Up next, let's shed some light on how FTX came into being. Following the guiding principle of "if you brand it, it will come," FTX splashed its name on sporting arenas, most notably the Miami Heat's, Formula One cars, and Major League Baseball umpires' blue polo shirts. It drew celebrity pitchmen like Tom Brady and Steph Curry, who are named as co-defendants in a class action lawsuit alleging that FTX and its collaborators took advantage of the unsophisticated investors from across the country to add more participants to what the Bay Area News Group called a Ponzi scheme. The House Financial Services Committee Chair, Maxine Waters, has stated that the country needs legislative action to guarantee that digital assets organizations cannot operate in the shadows outside of rigorous government regulation and clear rules of the road. Also, other affiliated crypto companies are pretty shaken up as well. Two sports betting businesses, BetDex and PlayUp, seem to be collateral damage in the early wake of the FTX catastrophe. FTX had either invested or considered investing in them, but both may have been lucky. It was widely rumored before the crash that BetDex, a decentralized crypto-centric sports betting exchange co-founded by former FanDuel CEO Nigel Eccles, was in line for a large investment from FTX. That investment was secured before this month's disaster. PlayUp, which accepts wagers in Colorado and New Jersey, has benefited from its internal problems. FTX, which had invested in PlayUp, was apparently on the verge of purchasing it in 2021 when the deal fell through, prompting PlayUp to sue its former CEO, Layla Mintus, accusing her of obstructing the transaction. In response, Mintus filed a complaint, claiming that PlayUp CEO Daniel Simich's activities were to blame for the deal's failure. Lastly, both Amin, CMO of BetSwap, and Mintus see crypto still valid in sports. Mintus and Amin both bring up two crucial issues. To begin, it is crucial to distinguish between cryptocurrency as an investment vehicle and cryptocurrency as a transactional currency transferred between individuals. Secondly, with anything large, bold, and new, especially when it includes a technology notion that most people struggle to grasp fast, there will be little snags and huge roadblocks on the way to universal adoption. Regarding the usage of cryptocurrencies in sports betting, other markets are well ahead of the United States, as was the case with legalizing sports wagering. This helps to explain why Jed Nosel, a partner at the international law firm Womble Bond Dickinson, believes American sports bettors will forget FTX's demise. And that's a wrap for this video. What do you think about crypto and sports merging? Is this going to be a productive partnership? Let us know in the comments below. It'd be awesome if you gave this video a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe for more scrumptious videos like this. See you at the next one.